Hello, everyone. Before we begin our 32nd episode special, we have another sponsor for this episode. Not this, though, but for my book and Sacred Among Universe clothing line. My book is now available for Kindle along with the book itself. And now we also have a QR code shown here. From our special guest is a clothing line called Crazy Kong Brand that is featured along with Sacred Among Universe that is going to be explained later, right after this theme song that begins right now.
Talking Fun with Edo Podcast.
Hello, everyone. It's Podcast Edo back with another episode of Talking Fun with Edo. For today's special, we got our 16th guest is the ex-legendary Thailand musical group called Giant with Howard and Thomas. So let's jump into the interview. Hello, everyone. It's Podcast Edo, and we are here with another
What's
episode
up?
of Talking Fun with Edo with our guests Thomas and Howard. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello everyone, สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
So for this interview, we're gonna briefly go over the history of you guys. Hello, everyone. It's Editing Edo. I'll be here to guide our interview and story just in case some part of the interview feels confusing, along with the help from Howard and Storytime Edo too.
What's good? What's up, everybody? What's good? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Howard.
Thanks, Howard. Now let's get back into the interview.
Hold up, where's Joe? Ella.
So I think he's at home. I can't contact him.
He'll probably, but today we got the bigger version of Joe.
Really?
Thatตัวใหญ่.
Oh my god. From here, I was singing JR Void Only You. I skipped it. It's not because of copyright reason, but I am saving it for something special. Now let's go back to the interview. So, we're first going to start off with Howard. So, you were born in 1985, and in this case, I believe you could speak of 3 languages such as English, Thai, and Taiwanese, right?
Right.
So one thing that I've often wondered was if you were born in Thailand or Taiwan.
I was born in Taiwan.
Okay.
Yes.
And grew up in Thai, right?
Yes. I went there when I was 8 years old.
Even though he's not here with us, I believe Joe is the same. I forgot if Joe is the same age as Thomas or Howard.
Joe is same age as you, right?
No. He's
Younger
he's
than
10
us.
years when we meet up. He was youngest.
Yeah.
Oh, so Joe is the
yeah, he
youngest
was
one.
pretty. Yeah. So, Thomas, you were also you were born in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you were all growing up, including Joe, was your childhood natural?
When we were young, we were in different international schools, and we met and are doing our training. After we signed the contract, we did around 2 years of training before releasing our first album.
I was growing up normally people in Thailand that grow up, go to school, and do every such things that other people do. But the thing that I really love and I really like to do is dancing and singing. So that's why I got
Right.
this from when I was young.
Howard, you say you were doing something before you were in Giant? Like you were with
Yeah,
you
I
were
was invited for the Pinuk Sutida's music
Ah,
video.
Nook.
And then
Okay.
they were like, okay, this boy's cute. Do you want to train? Do you want to go training? To maybe work on some singing and performing.
Dancing, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So that, and then I started going in RS, and that's how we met up.
All three of you guys,
Always
yeah.
practicing, training together.
Right. When Howard first heard their group name was going to be called Giant, he really didn't like it at first because he felt it was like too childish or a generic cheesy boy bandish name. At first, he actually wanted the group name to be called Bad Boys. Thomas and Joe possibly agreed to that group name. It should be as bold as that name. But since the majority rule at the label, they have went with Giant. Since that the name, I would believe they called it that because it meant bigger than life. So now let's move on to their first album. So now we're gonna be moving on to like you guys' like first like self-titled album that was released early in March of 1998, aka 2541. And what was the first music video you guys filmed?
All right, 1998, our first album when it was released, and after our music video got released, we gained popularity because we were touring at radio stations, letting everyone hear our songs, and that one song, Lot Buat, it was really catchy. Dum, 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 dum. It blew up, you know.
Was it this song?
Huge.
Yeah,
Eddie have to give me the signal. He's like, the signal.
It topped the chart in all the radio stations, and then the music video was released featuring Nicky was the big brother in our video, like acting as my brother, my bigger brother. Yeah, the video turned out to be a success, and it was hella crazy. We were at malls, you know, for our meet and greet with the fans. Hundreds of fans who were around chasing us, running after us for autographs and pictures. It was epic.
I was wondering, what was it like being in the studio?
It was hard for me. It was because I had to speak Thai, and I couldn't speak Thai.
Hard for Howard
like
at the beginning.
Some words, yeah,
Right.
some words Thai. So it took me a while, and I remember I was like in the studio, like
When Thomas or Joe got recorded,
Yeah.
it used around 2 hours or maybe 3. That's long. But Howard can use like 6 or 8 hours in the studio.
Just for
Right,
one word.
right.
Gotta get that one word. That one word.
Yeah,
gotta be
just
perfect.
one word.
Like, when they made like the lyrics for you, like did they put it in like letters or something like that, or you know, like when they were making the lyrics for like Howard, like did they make like translations or like put letters or stuff?
No. He was doing himself.
Oh, he had to do it himself.
When we got a lyric and then we tell him and he will write it
It was in
Gotcha.
Thai.
on the paper.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was in Thai. It was in Thai.
I
So
see.
Yes.
I just
So
writing karaoke.
yeah, karaoke, the
Yeah.
karaoke, yeah.
P-E-R เธออยู่ไหน
Yeah. That's actually
you. I can you.
Oh wait, that's Scream. That's Scream. That's the first album. Oh my
But the
god.
lyrics
But
so bad, you know, like.
but that
So then this what happened, right? The producer, their English wasn't so strong. So then the lyrics was, I see you. I can is like I'm itchy.
I feel itchy.
In my heart.
You make me be a chick.
Be a chick. But then what he chick is not like a feminine chick. Like you're a chick. What he meant was
like a chicken.
But then, but it is so funny though. It's just like the way it's how they put it. So,
It's so funny.
so I was like, bro, the English part, just let me take care of it, okay? Please don't write the the lyrics.
It's so
where he's like,
funny
"Oh."
because often when I like listen to that part, I just sing in English myself. Of just like I think this is what they meant to do. Even like I love you so big big. I love that part. So
It is if you translate it Thai out, it was like ฉันรักเธอมากๆ I love you so much just like
Yeah.
that so much
yeah.
big มากๆit's just the words we translate.
One thing I've also noticed from you guys is like music videos is that usually like the way ours would end, it would just like have the thing and it would end, but we would never have credits that were was like this music video was thank you like and it's like extra scenes and stuff. It's like we don't have that for our music videos unless we were doing like a movie project or something like that. Ya Rup Chuck Noi, translation I want to know, is Joe's solo song. It took me a while to realize it, especially since in the MV, it doesn't really show Joe singing a lot. But definitely in performances, live performances, it will show him perform. And, you know, my favorite part of the song was, of course, Howard's verse into it. Where Are You? And a song translated as Prince and Princess, featuring Nancy from Rappy and Nancy. Those
Yep.
are my favorite songs from the first album.
I remember I was all their fans. Like we were all their fans when we just started as the rookies, as the
We're like the
freshmen.
older. They love. Wow, that's
We
nice.
used to see Johnny and Johnny and Louis at the
Yeah.
studio. I was like, yo, can I get your autograph?
Yeah. And then you guys started
Us
signing
And
autographs.
JR, do it. Can I get your autograph? Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's great, man.
Now we're going to move on to their second album that is translated as Disturbing the Peace of their favorite song that was released on October of 1999, aka 2042. So let's go. So Howard, I would like to know, what was your favorite song?
Favorite song is เธอคงไม่โกรธ Hope You Won't Be Mad.
From that time, Howard, I was wondering what was the first music video that you guys released for the second album.
Now we're moving on to talk about our second album. My favorite song from the second album was โปรดอยู่ในความสนุก โปรดอยู่ในความสนุก means hope you can enjoy, hope you have fun. The song name basically is hope you have fun. The story was about us trying to rob a bank. We're in the safe. After that, we grabbed all the big bags of money. We were in a car chase, and yeah, it was crazy. There was all these cameras on, all these like big cameras on the car. You know, we're having shots like I was on top of the car. Yeah, that was my favorite music video. โปรดอยู่ในความสนุก
Thank you, Howard. My favorite song from you guys' second album was not only the two songs that you have recommended, but also International Girl, Not My, Set Black, and Wrong Appeal. But I realized that in this second album, you were rapping more than you did on the first album, and I would like to know, how did you make that transition and why?
And for me, I've always been inspired by rap and hip hop. In the early days and early age, I was incorporating my raps into my songs and my albums, trying to bring that flavor and bring that style into my songs. Because there was a lot of pop during that time, so I really wanted to bring that hip hop sensation and flavor into my style.
Once the millennium had arrived, it was time for them to make their third album. But for some reason they had to like sign another contract, possibly because of renewal, even though they're already signed. But at this point, they've collectively agreed that they don't want to really make new songs, especially since the cost at the time of cassettes and CD sales was going off the walls, even downloading. Especially also, they all had to go back to school. And their last performances ever was at the Teen concert. From Tower. Wow.
The most famous song from our second album was called Jet Black. It's Thomas's song. He wrote that song. It was the most popular one in our second album that did the best on views and charts.
From Thomas and Howard's perspective, they would agree for their third album, if they were to make it, it would have been more aimed at heavier topics than the second album, more of like racism, drugs, and love. And also, I would believe that possibly it would, like their third album, they would have to go back to the text of the first album, which they didn't want to do that of being cute because they surpassed that. So, and even have more rights to them to produce, but judging on where it was going, and maybe either the second album didn't sell more than the first album or anything vice versa, this is possibly why they have had to break up. And now we're going to move on to possibly the last part of the video, so here we go. So I had a theory of why Giant disbanded in the previous clip, but I would like to know from the member of Giant himself of why did Giant break up? Since you guys were so unique, diverse, and always changing your styles up in every song, what do you think led up to this, Howard?
Mainly, I kind of got distracted in a way, and I had to get back to school, so the contract was up with RS Promotion, the company. Then we decided to take a break and not sign the contract yet, get back to our studies, get back to our schools. Then after that, we kind of took a break from it, and I came back to Taiwan and served the military. Then I went back into the entertainment business again and shot like 2 movies, bunch of commercials. I was back in the industry. Things was going great, I was getting paid well, in the Thailand entertainment industry, until I signed with iMusic, my new label. Then everything from the highest point went to the lowest point, because I got arrested with marijuana.
And also, there was like most of the albums that were made, is like almost every single song is a music video. Almost every single song. This is now the story on how I got interested in Thailand music. Even though I was going to save it for a special interview, it never really hurts to tell the story again from my Raptor report, especially because this is how we got here in the first place. So here's the story, but next time I'm going to add more pizzazz to the story for you know who. And for the start,
So it's very cute. We're very curious. I'm pretty sure Thomas is curious too. Like how we
Right.
have American that knows Thai songs. How did you and how did you get introduced to Thai singers in the Thai media music industry?
That's okay. This was actually gonna be like the last thing, but I'm gonna just edit it to the point where we kind of like got like a conversation. So basically, it was like 9 years ago. I was in Photoshop class, and the thing was like I was like trying to learn animation, but I didn't really get to it. So my teacher wasn't even like, "Oh, this is."
So you never been in Thailand? You never
Huh?
been in Thailand?
No,
You
never been in Thailand. No, and so I was in Photoshop class. It wasn't even like our
Right.
teacher said like, "Here's this from Thai," but I finished my work, so I was just on YouTube to pass the time, so I can go home, like for the school bell to ring for school, and I just saw this video where it's Johnny and Louis, and they were wearing these sunglasses, and it's the song "Ya Put Le," which means please.
Yeah, putเลย.
And the thing that was so amazing was I was in Photoshop class. In the start of that music video, he is using Photoshop, and I believe we're, I guess, doing the same thing, which is like copying an item and stuff like that. So I was like, wow, this is. And then when I saw that, then I saw Ann and Anwar stunned, and then right after that, it was like you guys came in, and I was just like, I love this now. Like it was just like once I just saw these elements, I'm like, this is, I believe it was the third Asian music I've gotten into, third or fourth, because like the first was
the next generation. That album was really dope.
So the interesting thing that we were talking about, you know, of how I listened to Raptor for the very first time. When I saw Giant, it was interesting because all three of them were like diverse in group and also lyric wise of Thai and English. And also I remember a year in 2013, a year before I even listened to Raptor and including Giant, I remember I told my family and friends, like, if I made it to heaven and I started doing this, they would start laughing, not knowing that this and this was an actual dance that was made the year that I was 1 year old. And then when they have disbanded, I was 3 years old. So now we're going to continue back into the interview. So before we end this, I'd like to know, who is your favorite inspirational artist? What was your favorite movies growing up? And why?
My favorite artist is Chris Brown, and I love the movie King Kong. That's one of my favorite movies. I was fascinated with monkeys, you know, and for that being said, I've created Crazy Kong, the brand.
Last time they've all connected was 10 years ago. In this video shared by a YouTuber named RS Promotions Forever, of all three of them uniting. So, how do we contact you, Thomas and Howard?
IG Instagram is Thomas_J5. You can follow and can DM, talk to me sometimes. Is if I have time, I will.
Also, YouTube,
repeat
you have a new song
YouTube?
too, right? Me Painting.
Yeah, I had a new song and two songs. It's named ฉันเรียกเธอว่าความรัก and เธอขึ้นมา about the channel.
The
I think
description will
Thomas
be down below.
Right,
And
right.
don't look it up. Okay, I have a new
Yeah.
song too, which I did with my Taiwan friend.
So please check them out, you know, on my IG. You can follow me at 8CHDUBHDub on my Instagram. And, you know, follow up for my new drops and new merch, because I'm designing all the designs for Crazy Kong, you know. So please support the hype, support the love. Hope everyone's staying safe and having a good one.
But unfortunately, it would not last forever. Howard was unfortunately caught with the green, while pretty much had him shadow banned from Thailand to move back to BHK, Taipei, Taiwan. It's very unsure if Thailand's stances on green is still legal and okay. And even on the same note, if Howard can even come back to Thailand afterwards. But Giant, they are all eager to perform once more.
Definitely not trying to blame it on me.
Thanks for that, Howard. I also heard that you have a sponsor with Sacred Among Universe from your brand called Crazy Kong Brand. So, would you like to share it with us?
Crazy Kong Church, new prints. ติดตามด้วย The new prints.
Nice, nice.
The new Crazy Kong. So the new prints coming. If anybody interested, our website will be starting soon. We got Sacred Kids coming up too. For kids clothing brand. Yep, and a lot of good stuff coming. So
Yeah. See you later.
all right.
See you later, everyone.
Bye, Thomas. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Hello.
that was my interview with Howard and Thomas from Giant. I hope I've explained everything from the best of my knowledge. And if anyone has seen Joe from Giant, please share this video with him because Thomas and Howard would be happy to have him back in no time flat. I hope you guys enjoyed our 30-second episode that featured Howard and Thomas. And on that note, happy 25th anniversary to them for their journeys as well. Happy 4th anniversary to my Raptors report. So now we're going to move on to the shoutouts.
Last but not least, I gotta thanks Edo. Thanks talking with Edo. Thank you, Eddie Hughes, for interviewing us, preparing all those great questions, letting us going back and reminisce the times of all those good times on the stage, the huge concerts, and like our albums, my boy band Giant, as an ex-boy band leader and the singer, your boy Howard signing out. Take care, y'all.
So now our sponsors and shout out, it goes to Takukuma, Christian Correz, Aka Blue Sky, and Isham. And for the old school shoutouts, we got Rib, Lucky Sal, Malik, and Kenji Her. Thank you for helping me guide this interview, and also thank you to Editing Edo. Thanks once again for watching this special. Please support my main channel, and please also help me to get, for this channel, the 200 subs by the end of this year. And as always, see you all next time.
Talking Fun with Edo Podcast.
Just want to say thank you to Talking with Edo Podcast. Hope you have a great one, y'all. Take care.